Hello.
Welcome back to Sports Club, guys. Obviously, we have Nigel back again with us.
I'm back here, week 13.
And
Daniel,
welcome back.
action.
Yes.
Have a good
He was back to the
Thanksgiving.
previous show. What are you talking about?
Matter.
Welcome
Some
back.
people may want just only focus on the
We watched the
previews.
first show. He was back in that one. This is your second show. What are you talking about? Welcome back. What was he, Carter?
Anyway, happy holidays, everybody. We just passed Thanksgiving. Moving
It's
on
Christmas.
to
We're here to offend.
I said happy holidays because of Thanksgiving first and Christmas. It's jumbled in together.
Billy doesn't believe in the baby Jesus.
Oh, here we go. Let's start with the Thursday night game. Saints at Falcons, a rematch of the
3
loss,
weeks ago?
the first loss of the Falcon season at the Superdome in New Orleans a couple weeks ago.
That hurts to talk about, don't it?
Didn't they
It
come up with a
kind
better
of
name for
does.
their stadium?
Superdome. No, that's a good name. Go ahead.
Anyway,
Superdome. The Georgia Dome. We have a dome and it's in Georgia. We couldn't come up with a better name?
really?
Just saying.
Could we focus?
Just saying.
I'm just saying we're filming.
I know we're talking about.
Okay.
We're talking about football.
Anyway,
And the Georgia Dome.
predictions.
Saints win.
Saints win.
Why?
Why?
Because Matty Icepick is at the helm for you guys.
Matty Ice Pick?
Mhm.
Okay, I'll play.
6 interceptions in the past 2 weeks.
I ain't gonna talk about that. Samuel might not start. Depends on how his shoulder is. Who's
Yeah.
gonna guard their wide receivers?
Yeah, I think he is going to start. Last time I looked, he will start, but still he's going to be injured. And an injured Asante Samuel trying to guard a healthy Jimmy Graham.
Colston.
Yeah.
I think this one. I think the Falcons are going to win a close game just simply because Spoon is back.
If y'all,
I agree with Spoon being back, being big.
Spoon is going to protect Jimmy Graham a heck of a lot better than Dent did when he was in.
I agree. And I want to hear from you. Do you think the Georgia Dome is a home field advantage?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
See, I just as
a lot of New Orleans people show up.
Since 2008 when Matt Ryan and
I know Matty Ice's record at home, but that's just because he's comfortable on that
4
turf.
losses.
But do you think that has anything to do with the fans and the noise and the ruckus?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
See, I just don't. I don't feel, as a neutral fan, I just don't see the
You
Georgia
don't see
Dome
it
as an
because
opposing-
Dallas
don't get
doesn't have a
loud.
home field advantage.
we do. Dallas's stadium is like a huge cocktail party. It's not full of true fans.
2 Saints picks. I'm going with my hometown Falcons. I picked against them last week. I can't do it again.
Understandable.
Seattle at Chicago on Sunday
That's
afternoon.
a snoozer.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't gonna be a snooze. I mean, Seattle's decent. They're not the Cardinals.
As much as I hate Jay Cutler with him at the helm, that offense keeps rolling, and I don't know what it is.
This is a better defense
Okay,
than the
granted.
Minnesota put up.
Granted, I don't.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
I really don't think that it's going to be a snoozer of a game, but I do
Chicago
think
will
Chicago
win.
wins.
Yeah,
I
Chicago
think Chicago wins by double digits.
But if double
Okay.
digits is 10 points.
I would say
No more
10
than
points.
10.
Okay.
Speaking
okay,
of
I'll give you 10.
speaking of snoozers, let's talk about Jacksonville at Buffalo.
See, now this is a game that I think will be exciting.
It could be.
It's 2 crappy teams.
It ends up being a good game.
Yeah, it ends up being a competitive game.
Is it going to be a whole bunch of scoring or no scoring?
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to be battling out for, but
The
the
worst-
first pick.
Yeah.
I
Suck for
believe
Barkley.
I believe Chad Henne is a joke. I mean, is starting. And
He's looked good
He's
the past 2
2-0
weeks.
though, right?
He's
Last
1-1.
Oh, is
They
it 1-1?
lost in overtime to.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
seven,
But he
seven
threw
touchdowns the past
7
3
touchdowns. He threw
2
4
weeks.
touchdowns against the Houston defense. Has looked terrific all year. I'm gonna go with the Jags just because as much as I hate Chad Henne, he's actually looked.
They're in Buffalo. I'm going to have to go with Buffalo.
Suddenly, wait, where are you coming from? The home field advantage.
This is Jacksonville, though. I mean, this is not a good team. This is not a good
It's
team.
like a high school team
Yeah,
traveling.
it is.
Poor AJ and Megan. This is coming
Buffalo.
from AJ's hometown, and this is Megan's team. So this is going to be an interesting week for
Buffalo
them.
be your team. Do you not
I
know
didn't
there's
know
31
that.
other teams?
Hey,
I didn't know they had fans.
we have fans for the show that are Buffalo fans, so let's not boot them away. Thanks.
If they're fans of Buffalo, they'll stick around with us.
How does Buffalo have a
Shut
have an
up.
NFL?
Stop. Moving on. Carolina at Kansas City.
Another good. No, Carolina wins.
I think Cam Newton is starting to
I
realize
bet Cam
his
Newton has a
potential.
horrible week this week just to rub it in your face.
More than likely. Against the Chiefs defense, though, I think Carolina wins.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
At home? Are you serious? Or are you just pulling this Swap
I'm
it.
going to say what I want. Then, yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who I'm going to pick.
Division matchup: New England at Miami.
This is New England. I think Miami puts up a
You're
good.
not going to pick Miami?
I think Miami puts up some points with Ryan Tannehill, and I'm kind of anxious to see who Tom Brady goes to now that Rob Gronkowski is probably out for the season until later in the playoffs. That's the interesting storyline here to me.
Can anybody stop the Patriots' offense from scoring?
The Jets tried, and they failed quite miserably.
Speaking of those Jets, they're facing against a winless seven straight winless streak for the Cardinals.
A bunch of sorry teams going against each other.
Finally, one of these two teams are going to win.
One
Finally,
has to win. No, one does not have to win. Are we going to get a 40? Yeah, we're going to get a 49ers Rams repeat.
Actually, we are. They play this week too.
Do they?
Yes.
Who do you think? Jets or Cardinals?
I'm gonna go Cardinals. I mean, Jets can't win.
I'm going to go Jets.
I'm going to go Cardinals. The fireman gave up on the Jets, man.
That's
awful.
Yes.
Fireman Sam doesn't root for the Jets no more.
Indianapolis at Detroit. I think this is going to be a complete and total blowout, in my opinion. Yeah, I think Indy's going to blow them out.
No, Detroit's offense can keep up with points. Their defense can't stop people, but their offense can score.
Colts secondary is getting healthy, and I think that they're going to be
great.
better.
The Colts are going to win, but they're not that good.
I say Colts by 2.
Really? 2?
Yep.
I'm going to say 6.
I thought about 3, but I found that to just be outright.
I'm taking Colts by 10.
Wow.
Minnesota at Green Bay.
It's not a betting line.
The question.
Trying to make people lose money.
The question for this game is: does Adrian Peterson go over the century mark again against Green Bay's defense?
The question is, what Minnesota team and what Green Bay team is going to show up?
That's very true. Is Robo Rogers going to show up, or is Robo not Rogers going to show up? I said before that he's back and he's had a few hiccups along the way, and that defense, the Packers defense hasn't looked terrific against the run this year. They've been decent. I do see AP going over the century mark.
Yes.
I don't see
the Vikings starting win. He was hurt last week. Is he playing this game?
He's still questionable right now, last time I checked.
Okay, that's a big major factor in this game right here.
I'm taking Green Bay at home.
I'm taking Packs.
I got to take Packers, yeah. And they're at home.
Speaking of, before we hit to the 49ers game, I've got a buddy of mine who I follow on Facebook that is a Minnesota fan, and he seriously every single Sunday there's like a Christian Ponder as a bum status every single Sunday.
So
seriously, no, he can't stand him.
Really?
He can't stand him.
What's option B though? I don't like people that do that. Like, our quarterback's a bum. What's your option? That's like people like talking about Tony Romo. Tony Romo's a bum. Get him out of there.
Romo's good. Dude.
What's option B? Where can I get a quarterback just as good, if not better, than Romo right now?
Really?
I don't understand. I can understand, like,
Brett Favre come out of retirement.
He did play for Minnesota.
Dude, Brett Favre and Tony Romo are pretty much the exact same quarterback. I've been saying
Brett
that
Favre.
for a year or two.
Brett Favre.
Romo's a beast.
Yeah, I mean,
like
Romo
really
in tight spots.
I don't want him in San Francisco, but I like him.
Yeah.
Speaking of San Francisco is facing off against St. Louis, and Kaepernick is starting for the third straight week. And Harbaugh did say that he was going to go with a hot hand, and obviously Kaepernick's been fantastic the past.
Got warm hands.
Yes, he does.
And I mentioned it in the podcast, and you guys should listen to that when you get a chance. But Kaepernick
really back.
Kaepernick has a 100 QBR of passes passed beyond 20 yards down the field in his 2 games, which is really impressive.
Something Alex Smith didn't do. He threw down more than 20 yards a couple times. But
Alex Smith was a dump down quarterback, straight up.
Dump. You said dump.
I did say dump.
He said hands too.
And obviously, I'm taking the Niners.
49ers, yeah.
I'm taking the tie.
Again, for
right.
0-0.
Houston at Tennessee, real quick.
Texans.
Yep, Texans.
Texans as well. Tampa Bay at Denver.
Wow.
I think this is going to be an emotional letdown for Tampa Bay. They were so hyped up. They had the Falcons in their own building last week. They really thought they were going to take them down. They lose.
Now they go to Denver.
They go to Denver. There's going to be a hangover. Denver wins this one.
What do you think? Okay, think about what Matt Ryan did. And Matt Ryan threw, I think, for a franchise record, I think it was like he threw for over 300 yards again.
Yeah.
Which is, for Matt Ryan, that's solid.
Considering they don't run the ball, yeah.
True. But let's think about this for a second. What do you think? Okay, Matt Ryan's a decent quarterback. He's an MVP caliber for the first half of the season, right?
Still is.
What do you think that Peyton Manning is going to do against Tampa Bay secondary?
I don't think he'll do as good a job as Ryan did. Me personally, because he don't have the team around him that Ryan does.
I agree 100%. I would say Peyton Manning goes about 280 with 3 touchdowns.
Yes, and that's if Tampa Bay has a chance to win this game. They could possibly pull out a win. I'm still taking.
I don't see Tampa Bay having a shot at all this year.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I see Tampa Bay as having such a
I'm
huge
gonna pick the
emotional
Bucks just
letdown.
because of that.
Well,
Okay, take the Bucks. Enjoy the loss.
Right?
Cincinnati at San Diego.
I know.
Not Cincinnati, man. Cincinnati's been looking good lately.
We're gonna have to tweet that out. I was gonna take San Diego, but I forgot they suck.
I forgot they suck.
Bengals. I'm going Cincinnati. Yeah.
I'm going with a tie. 2 ties this week.
Bengals on
I'm
the
going
road.
with the Chargers, just because these 2 guys didn't go with the Chargers.
Cleveland
And
at
North
Oakland.
Turner's good late in the season.
Really?
Okay,
Cleveland
Jeremy.
and Oakland? How many stupid worthless teams are going against each other this week? I stopped myself from cussing just then. See that?
You're more censored than I would be. We have a legal team now. You can cuss.
No, we
That's
don't.
okay, I'm not going to.
No, we don't because we don't pay her. Anyway, Cleveland and
That's
Oakland.
your department.
Real quick, Oakland.
Oakland.
Are you done?
That's your department too.
Moving on, Pittsburgh at Baltimore. This game would have
Baltimore.
been a solid game earlier in the season, but
They have no
Yeah,
quarterback.
Baltimore's going to win this.
Dallas is hosting Philadelphia. This
Dallas.
game was supposed to be a good game earlier in the season
It
too.
still
And
can
it,
be.
It's
Really?
Yeah, it's
No.
still a battle for the
Come on, that's
NFC East.
Dallas. That's Dallas.
no.
It's still a battle for the NFC East.
Is Vic still hurt?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's wrong with him?
Nick Foles is the starting quarterback.
He's a quarterback.
They found a quarterback, yeah. Dallas, and it is a big game because if Dallas wins, the Giants lose. They're only 1 game back of the NFC East.
You just keep
lead.
telling yourself that, huh?
I do. There's still hope.
If the Cowboys win and the Giants lose, we got it. That's amazing.
How many weeks have we been saying that?
I'm taking Dallas in Sunday Night Football.
I'm going with the Eagles.
Again, I'm going to start bringing money out and just be like, you see this? This is what you won't get.
Yeah, if you're giving that 10 spread on one of those games.
Giants at Redskins on Monday Night Football.
Redskins.
RG3 all the way. Running away with this
Yes.
one. Gonna toss it all around the Giants.
Are you saying this just out of spite for Dallas?
Well, the Giants would be awesome if they would lose. That would be terrific.
Do you think they're going to?
Yeah, I mean, Washington's a good enough team that can beat the Giants.
If the Giants come out and play like the Giants know how to play and have played, they're gonna run all over Washington. But I don't think they will.
We're getting to that section of the schedule that the Giants normally just start.
Flip that switch.
Yeah.
They're kind of like the Patriots when it's time to step up, flip that switch on, and they go into championship mode.
I think Victor Cruz.
Redskins win.
I think Victor Cruz will probably have 2 touchdowns in this
Yeah.
game.
Redskins still win.
I'm taking the Giants.
Even if you
I
were a
say-
Cowboy fan, would you say that the Redskins win?
I say RG3 has at least 3 or 4 total touchdowns in this game.
I could probably agree with that.
Yeah.
But that's it for Week 13 preview.
I want to
Go ahead.
thank my cousin. He's in first place, Anthony, of the picks
Good job.
for the jersey.
Has he had a wrong pick yet this year? Every time I look on there, he's like in the 99.9th percentile for everybody on ESPN.
He's pretty
He's a
badass.
guru, yeah.
For Bryce and Daniel, I'm Billy. This has
Swami.
been Sports Club, guys. Thanks.